In this video, we'll talk about where the second 2 in COVID-222 comes from. So as we discussed in the last video, suppose someone gets sick. You can call them sort of person 0, patient 0. On average for COVID-19, a given sick person will infect 2 others. So the sick person here can infect persons 1 and 2. Person 1 can go on and infect persons 3 and 4, and so on and so forth. So you get the idea. So the question that we sort of addressed in the last video was, at this point, you may be upset. Why did this person get you sick? Why were they wearing a mask? Why were they out in public? Why didn't they tell me they weren't feeling well before we had that conversation? That doesn't help. The point is that you're now sick, and it would be nice if somehow you could stop the people downstream from you getting sick, for example, starting with the 2 that you're likely to infect according to the reproduction number of COVID-19. So that's what the second 2 of this project is about, and it works like this. Suppose that everyone walking around had a little device on them. We'll draw that by the orange dot. What the little device did is it broadcasts information to those around them, let's just say about past behavior. And by behavior, we don't need anything bad, but just a sort of summary about what you've been doing in recent days. You could say things like, I was wearing a mask. I was at a party. I was at home. I was observing social distancing, or not. Suppose you could program your device to broadcast this information to others around you. And what would happen is, say, if you're person 1 right here, your device could possibly receive this information. And when you get home, you could see, oh, I was around a person who wasn't wearing a mask today. Now, you can still get upset and you still may get sick, but the point is that you have a bit of information now that maybe what you'll do is you'll lie low for 2 days. That's the nature of the second 2 in COVID-222. Lie low for a couple of days, even if you're inside. Wear a mask and maybe minimize contact with people you live with, or whatever the case may be, to see if any symptoms develop. And if you do something like that, then you might very well be actually creating this red barrier that we're hypothesized would be so helpful in stopping you from infecting all these people downstream here, or at least infecting the 2 that will go on then to infect 2 more themselves. So that's what the second 2 is in the COVID-222 project. If you have this device on you and you get some bad news, maybe you could decide just to lightly quarantine yourself for a couple of days to see if any symptoms develop and help stop the spread.